Joe. You are not next to it, though. If you are sitting next to an empty seat and are not Sandy Joe, if you could raise your hand so that we can allow those members of our community who are just coming in to find seats, that would be fantastic. We got 2 on the aisle, and we promise not to call on you if you sit on an aisle seat. 1 on the aisle. Down, we're down. We got 1 over there? All right. Any other empty seats? We have 1 seat here, we have 1 seat there. We have 1 seat over here, so you're kind of near your person if you come in. There you go.
So this is a very exciting night, and we have the last light of the day. If you can see it out the corner of that window over there, this beautiful pink in the sky over our pond. We are so happy to have the sanctuary full of wonderful people, wonderful 5th graders. 5th graders, will you raise your hands? 5th graders. Woo! And this evening is made even more special because we have not 1, but 2 bar mitzvah young men in our midst. If you are Eli Sheck or Besmore, will you raise your hand, and can we clap for these guys? Woo! And it is so good to welcome our temple members who are here almost every Friday night as we welcome Shabbat together. And I know we have grandparents here, maybe some aunts and uncles and friends, and we're just so glad every person is here tonight. And so the 5th graders are at this moment sitting by themselves. Some of them have parents around them, and 5th graders, we are trusting you with that responsibility to keep yourselves in a very prayerful behavior mode. And if not, parents, feel free to just step right on in. We can adjust as we go, but we have great faith in you, 5th graders. And without further ado, we would like to ask our 2 bar mitzvah young men to come on up here, Eli and Beth, to welcome us to allow us to welcome each other with the words that are on our wall over here. Hine matov, how good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. 2, 3, 4.
Hine matov u'manayim sheverahim gam yad. Hine matov u'manayim sheverahim gam yad. How good it is,
How good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is
to be together on this day. How good it is,
how good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is
to be together on this day. Hine matov u'manayim sheverahim gam yad. Hine matov u'manayim sheverahim gam yad. How good it is,
how good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is
to be together on this day. How good it is,
how good it is,
how sweet it is,
how sweet it is
to be together on this day. Hine matov u'manayim sheverahim gam yad. Hine matov u'manayim Shevet Ahim Gam Yahad.
And Beth and Eli, if you would stand next to Rabbi Cari over here. So this is a triple simcha night. We have these two and their families, these two great role models here. And we also have, I forgot to welcome them, the 5th grade teachers, Angela and Sharon are here tonight. And Angela and Sharon, we would love to have you both come on up to light one set of our candlesticks. And if you are related to either Bez or Eli, come on up to help us light these Shabbat candles. We're going to light 3 sets of candlesticks tonight. Ooh, perfect timing, Ashley. Come on right on up here. Ooh.
You know how to do an entrance.
And if you took a prayer book, you'll find this blessing on page 1 if you took a prayer book. If not, the words are right on your screen.
Shot it white light. It's our trick candle. You know what?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlek ner lehadlek ner shel Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And Eli and Beth, would you sit right up here in these blue chairs for now? And Beth, here's your 5th graders. We would be delighted if you would come up here right in front of the podiums to lead us in the song, Wherever You Go, There's Always Someone Jewish. Charlie, if you can move down. Charlie. Yeah, scooch. Let's scooch you down here. Scooch down, like way down. Keep moving. Keep moving. Got it. Wherever you go, there's always someone Jewish. You're never alone when you say you're a Jew. So when you're not home and you're somewhere kind of newish, the odds are don't look far, 'cause they're Jewish too. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum. Some Jews live in tents, and some live in pagodas, and some Jews pay rent 'cause the city's not free. Some Jews live on farms in the hills of Minnesota, and some Jews wear no shoes and sleep by the sea. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum. Amsterdam, Disneyland, Tel Aviv, oh, they're miles apart. But when we light the candles on the Sabbath Eve, we share in the prayer in each one of our hearts. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum. And some choose wear hats, and some choose wear sombreros, and some wear keffiyehs to keep out the sun. Some choose live on rice, and some live on potatoes, or waffles, falafels, or hamburger buns. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, to Amsterdam.
Amsterdam, Disneyland, Tel Aviv. Oh, the miles apart. When we light the candles on the Sabbath eve.
We share in the prayer in each one of our hearts. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum. Thanks, you guys. You can sit back down. And we turn to page 7. Eli and Bez, would you help lead Or Zarua? We'll find the words. We turn to page 7 for Or Zarua. Or Zarua, La Sadiq, O Yisrael Simcha. Or Zarua, La Sadiq, O Yisrael Simcha. Or Zarua, La Sadiq, O Yisrael Simcha. O Yisrael Simcha. Or Zarua, La Sadiq, O Yisrael Simcha. O Yisrael Simcha.
Or Zarua, Lot Sadiq, O Yisrael Simcha.
And one last time.
Or Zarua, Lot Sadiq, O Yisrael Simcha.
On page 11, we find the words Lecha Dodi. Come, let us welcome Shabbat and wish each other a Shabbat Shalom, a day of peace and of rest. We'll sing the short version of Lecha Dodi this week.
Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabla. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabla. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach. And we'll sing it one more time, the second time through. See if you can just take a deep breath and let go of anything from this week that you do not need to hold on to. Try to create more spaciousness. We're noticing that the mom of one of the bar mitzvah boys is standing up there in the back, so maybe we could grab some chairs for folks in the band. We'll get you some chairs, and then you can really rest. All right, you guys, let's do it with all the peacefulness you have. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabla. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom U'Mevorach. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom U'Mevorach. And I feel like this sanctuary is full of so much tonight. There are younger siblings here watching their older siblings in the 5th grade. There are 5th grade watching older 7th graders lead a service as they prepare to become bar mitzvah tomorrow, one at 10 and one at 4. Congregants who are so proud to be part of a community that raises such amazing young people that we can pray with and sing with. And so we turn to the Chatzi Kaddish, which you'll find on page 15 if you took a prayer book. And we ask you to rise in body or in spirit as Eli and Beth lead us through.
Yitgadol v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
B'alma divara hirute v'yamlik malhute b'hayechon u'yomechon uv'hayei dechol beit Yisrael bagala bagala uvizman kariv ve'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olmei olmaya yitbarach yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpa'ar ve'yitromam ve'yitnaseh ve'yithadar ve'yithaleh ve'yithalal Shemei Kedusha Barihu Le'ela Min Kol Birhata V'Shirata Tush Behata V'Nehemata Da'amiran B'alma V'Yimeru Amen.
And we remain standing, turning to Baruch Hu, Dear One, on page 16. The 5th grade will lead us from their seats.
Barehu,
Baruch
dear one, Shehina, holy name, when I call on the light of my soul, I come home.
All right, 5th grade, sing it out.
Barehu, dear one, Shehina, holy name, when I call on the light of my soul, I come
And one
home.
last time.
Barehu, dear one, Shehina, holy name, when I call on the light of my soul, I come home.
We remain standing, turning to the words of the Shema, the invitation to listen for the oneness that stands behind all life and to live our lives as witness to it. The bottom of page 17.
ואל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai
would turn to the words of Ve'ahavta on page 18. These words of action, these action words that speak of love, that cause us to create harmony and integrity and responsibility for all. And Eli will lead us.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odeha ve'hayu hadarim ha'eleh asher Elohi mitzvah hayom alevavecha v'shunatam levaneha v'dibarta bam v'shivteha beveha uv'lekteha v'derech uv'shompecha uv'kumeha ukshartam leot al yadeha v'hayu letotafot ben eineha uktavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvishareha leman tikseru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'onehem ani Adonai Elohehem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lahem Elohim ani Adonai Elohehem.
We turn to the bottom of page 21. The words Micha Mocha are the words the Israelites sang when they crossed to freedom. They are words we sing today in gratitude for our own freedoms and in hope for the day, promise of the day that we are working towards a world where all will be free.
Yai dai dai,
Yai dai dai,
yai dai dai dai,
Yai dai yadadai,
yai dai dai,
Yai dai dai,
yai dai dai,
Yai dai dai.
mi hamoha, ba'eli madonai, mi hamoha, nedar ba'kodesh, no, tehilo, oh say, yai dai dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai, yai dai dai.
Fifth graders, we would love to welcome you back up here in front of the podiums to lead us in one day. We'll start with the words Hashkivenu. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. It's not about win or lose. We all lose when they feed on the souls of the innocent. Blood-drenched pavement, keep on moving though the waters stay raging. And in this maze, you can lose your way, your way. It might drive you crazy, but don't let it phase you, no way, no way. 'Cause sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. One day all this will change.
People will say, stop with the violence, down with the hate.
One day we'll all be free and proud to be under the same sun, singing songs of freedom like one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Leshalom, B'hamidenu Malkeinu L'chaim. You guys can head back to your seats. We're going to turn to page 25 in our prayer books for the Amidah. And I wanted to just let you all know that all year these fifth graders have worked on parts of the Amidah because of the great creativity and spirituality of their teacher, Sharon. And so each week, the hallways of the Ambrose School, we can hear these words floating down. And fifth graders, we are so proud of what you've learned, and we know you're still learning. So we're going to ask you to lead from your seats. And Beth and Eli, if you'd come on up here. And we ask in these first 6 words that our mouths be open so that we can pray. And we're going to rise together as a congregation in body or in spirit. We'll do the first 3 blessings together. And then there will be time for quiet. And this time is really important as a congregation to have quiet time while in the midst of community. And so we're going to respect this prayerful space for all. When you are done, please feel free to be seated, but being very quiet until the whole congregation has been seated. So we begin with those first 6 words.
Adonai Sifatai Tiftach Ufia Gitelatecha Adonai Sifatai Tiftach Ufia Gitelatecha Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Velohei Avoteinu Ve'imoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Ve'elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומשיח ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מחגל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברעמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please continue with the words in your own heart or the words on pages 27 through 31, being seated when you are ready.
Turn to page 130. Turning our hearts to those who are in need of healing, praying for a refuah shlema, a return of wholeness, a healing of mind, of body, and of spirit. We'll say the name of those on our community's healing list first. If you are joining us online and would like to share the name of your loved ones who you're praying for, please use the chat. And there'll be an opportunity for those of us here in the sanctuary to share the names of those we are praying for as well.
As a community, we are praying for the healing of Karen Grossman, Karen Owen Schwartz, Nan Owens, Paul Schlichtman, Liliana Walheim Martinez, Neil Daniels Midman, Jeremy Harry, Paula Small, Ronan Aliyahu Ben Batsheva Yafa, Joe Mansfield, Alice Mice, Harriet Snyder, Moshe Ben Rachel, Lynn Bishop, Richard Zimmerman, Barney Weinstock, Richard Shore, Stanley Roth, Richard Milbauer, Deb Midman, Debbie Gilman, Andy, Jeff, Jenny Vanderpool, Annie Graham and her family, Anya Kabel, and Sue Boardman. And if there are loved ones in need of healing of mind, body, or spirit, be honored to call on you if you would raise your hand.
Ellie Pradesh, Larissa Schneilo, Claire Ruth, and Joey, sorry,
My sister Nancy Dunn. Luis Venegas,
words of Mishavera on page 130. On that far right-hand column in the bold print.
Mishabera avotenu lekor habraha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishabera imotenu nekor habraha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Continue with the words of Oseh Shalom. You'll find them on the bottom of page 31. And fifth graders, we'd love to have you back up to lead us in the singing of Oseh Shalom. May the one who makes peace in the heavens please help us to make peace right here. Oseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. May the one who makes peace above make peace descend on all of us, on all of us and Israel. Let us say, all right, let's make it around. Oh, say, Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. The one who makes peace above, make peace descend on all of us, on all of us and Israel. Let us say Amen. Let us say Amen. Let us say
I love hearing prayers and songs and melodies. Now you can hear me. A lot of me. Coming from our fifth graders, our seventh graders, really, anytime I hear a person in prayer, I find myself being led to my own gratitude. And perhaps it's because our tradition, the Jewish tradition, says so clearly that words can be used to build worlds. Like when we're reading the very beginning of the book of Genesis, and God speaks and the world comes into being, and we don't take that literally. We don't think that's how the world actually came into being. For the scientists in here, I'll let you explain how the world came into being, because I'm not sure I know. But we take it seriously. We take the idea that we can use our words to create, to add, to build, to be a truth in our tradition. We also take the opposite to be true, that our words can be used for destruction, that what we say matters. And my favorite story about this is a story that's told about a man in about the 18th century in a small town in Poland who loved to talk about people. Anybody here like to talk about people? No, never, right? Never. Good, right answer. Well, this man, he did love to talk about people, and it wasn't like he always said bad things about people. He just talked. Did you see what color my neighbor painted his house? Did you see that the garden looks really well taken care of this year? Did you see that the garden looks terrible this year? Anybody who's gone by my garden recently will know that that is how my garden currently looks, and the neighbors are probably talking, because that's human, right? We talk about people. But this man, he just didn't seem to be able to stop himself, right? Because you can talk a little, but if you talk a lot, there tend to be consequences. And one day, he heard a really unusual fact about the man who owned the most popular restaurant in town. It wasn't a bad fact. It was just kind of an unusual or a strange fact. And what do you think he did with that fact, with that thing? He talked about it. Who did he talk about it with, Max? Everyone. Anybody he could find, he told him about this unusual fact, right? And he talked to you about it, right? You heard about it? Absolutely. And did you hear about it? You heard about it, right? Charlie, did you hear about it? You heard about it. All right. Did anybody not hear the unusual fact about this man? No, right? Because you didn't? Oh, it's my child who didn't hear the fact, of course. Her friends, okay. Anybody other than my child? Well, most people by the end of the week had heard. My other child also, FYI, in the back, didn't hear the fact. They don't teach you this in rabbinic school. Most people had heard it, and they weren't quite sure what to make of it, because it was kind of this strange thing about this person, and they didn't know how to know this about him, right? It was something new that they didn't know how to know. And so people started trying to avoid him, right? It was a little town, and they would be walking down the street and seeing him coming, and they would turn. Or his most popular restaurant, people stopped going because he tended to stand in the door and say, "How are you? How are you doing? Good to see you." And he would talk to you, and that meant you had to talk to him, and you knew this thing that you didn't think you were supposed to know. Well, the man who owned the restaurant kind of figured out what was happening. And he went to the man who loved to tell stories, and he said, "You gotta stop telling stories about me. You gotta stop telling these stories because nobody's coming to my restaurant, and that's how I make my living, and I need to feed my family." And he got real upset, and the man said, "Okay, but it's true." And the restaurant owner said, "Yeah, it's true, but please stop talking about me. Please, it's not helping me." And then the man who loved to tell stories just kept saying, "But it's true. It's true, right? I mean, what I said was true." So the man who owned the restaurant couldn't get anywhere, right? He couldn't make the other man see, so he finally went to the rabbi. He said, "Rabbi, everybody knows all of my private details, and I don't want them to, and I keep asking this man to stop saying and telling all my facts, but he keeps just pointing out that they're true. Can you help?" And the rabbi thinks about it and says, "Sure, send him to see me." Nobody likes getting sent to the rabbi, by the way. Even when the rabbi keeps Hershey Kisses in her office, you still see a little bit of trepidation at the doorway. And sure enough, when the man comes up to the rabbi, he's a little bit concerned about what the rabbi's going to say. And the rabbi says, "You know, you really hurt our friend." And what do you think the man says? "But it's true. How could I didn't say anything that's a lie. It's true." He says, "Well, but did you mean it to get all over town?" And what does the man say? "But it's true." Over and over and over again. And finally, even the rabbi is losing the rabbi's patience, which never happens at home, right, Dee? Yep. And finally, the rabbi says, "You know what? I'm going to help you understand. Do you have feather pillows at home?" And the man thinks about it and he says, "Yeah, my pillows are really soft and fluffy. They're probably feather." The guy says, "Wait till a windy day and take your feather pillow and take it up to the top of the hill right outside our town. And here's a pair of scissors." He gives him a pair of scissors. "Take the scissors with you. And at the top of the hill on the windy day, cut the pillow open. And shake and shake and shake all the feathers out." And the man says, "Okay. I don't understand how this is related to the truths I like to tell about people, but sure, I'll do that." And a couple days later, it's pretty windy, and he goes to the top of the hill, and he shakes and he shakes and he shakes, and everybody in the town is watching these feathers settle over the town. And the rabbi calls the man up, and he says, "Now go collect them." But Rabbi, I can't possibly go collect these feathers. They're everywhere. They went in every direction, and I'm never going to get them all back. And how am I going to sleep? And my kid can't sleep without her favorite pillow, and of course I used her pillow. What am I going to do? And the rabbi said, "It's hard. Because once you let them go, you can't always take them back." And the man says, "We're not talking about feathers anymore, are we?" "No," says the rabbi. "We're talking about our words. We're talking about using our words in ways that build worlds or tear them down. And sometimes even when those words are true, once we let go of them, we've lost control on them. So, the man went home that day and he started to pause before he started stories, to think to himself. These words go everywhere. Will that build a world, or will it tear it down? And when I hear you all singing songs of peace and of hope and of tradition, I know that you are speaking words that build our world, and they will build the world that you will grow into, and for that I am so grateful. So Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We turn to page 44. When we're gathered in the sanctuary, when we're gathered with community, we feel the presence of those who we loved, whose lives have ended, but whose legacy is our responsibility, whose teachings are ours to carry forward. And so we'll say the names of those who are on our community's Kaddish list. If you're joining us online, please share the names of those you are remembering using the chat. And there'll be an opportunity for those of us here in the sanctuary to say the names of those we are remembering out loud.
In this time of Shloshim, the 30 days, we are remembering Joan Emmerich, beloved sister of Mark Emmerich. The Yortzites tonight include Bertha Mandel Shapiro, beloved mother of Carol Zimmerman, Sylvia Zimmerman, mother of Steve Zimmerman. It is the Yortzeit of Cliff Manco's beloved father, Harry Manco. We remember tonight Bert Gelder, Sarah Cogan's beloved grandfather, Bo Benedetti's great-grandfather, and also my great-uncle, who always had a twinkle in his eye and a wonderful sense of humor. We are remembering Irving Cogan, Sarah's paternal grandfather, and Bo's other great-grandfather. In this year of memory, we are remembering Alan Travis, Mark Frater, Diana Sanders, Connie Stolo, Saul Rockenmacher, Susan Bloom, and Ed Snow. And if there are Yortzites you are observing tonight, or those who are feeling particularly close to you, we would be honored to call on you. We'll start on this side of the room.
Joe Saunders.
Ted Grossman. Roberta Wells. Ron Reed.
Jay Sheck, Eli's grandfather.
Beth Wisman. Patrick Nolan.
Ann Mantle and George Mantle, my mother and father.
Anyone else we are missing?
For those named, for those who have no one to say their names for them, we become a community engaged in the sacred act of remembering. I invite you to rise, embody your spirit. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mivarach le'olam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh V'yita dar, v'yita lev, v'yita lal, shemei de kudasha brihu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shamaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. V'imru amen. Zichronam livracha. May their memories be a blessing, to which we all say. You may be seated.
And just a few quick announcements. The Torah study will take place at 10:30 tomorrow morning in the library and online. All are most welcome. Next Friday night is our annual Yom HaShoah Holocaust Remembrance Service. That will be at 7:30. And our guest speaker will be a woman named Ruth Steinfeld. She's a Holocaust survivor. I believe she's 93 or 94 years old. She'll be joining us via Zoom, and she has just an amazing story to share. And the service itself will be led by our 7th grade class. And 5th graders, big mazel tov to you. Beautifully done tonight. We are aware that for some of you, for many of you, this is your first 7:30 service, 7:30 Friday night service, and we'd like to welcome you back to as many as you would like to come to, and we look forward to watching you grow and learn in these years to come. Eli and Beth, thank you for leading the service so beautifully as well, and a big mazel tov to your families. Eli's service is at 10 and Beth's is at 4. And we'd like to thank both of your families for sponsoring a very special oneg tonight. We're looking forward to that. For those of you who might want to know this, it is a gluten-free oneg Shabbat. So, we already said Kiddush and Motzi before the dinner, so I don't think we'll have to do that after our final song. So our final song before we head downstairs is Lechi Lach. And 5th grade, if you would come on back up here, and Eli and Beth, come right on up here too. You'll find these words on page 125. We'd like to say a big thank you to Sharon and to Angela for teaching these students so fantastically. We are so lucky to have you. And of course to Bailey Starr, standing in the back there, for leading our school so amazingly. May we go forth, may we all be a blessing, and may we find blessing wherever we turn. Shabbat Shalom. See you downstairs, everyone.